opponent now entering the ring. He is accompanied by his manager, Sonny Steele, at 378 pounds from Hell's Kitchen, New York. Here is the WarPig.
WarPig came to the ring and just left Sonny Steele in the dust, Craig. Dave the Wave here along with Craig Johnson, joined once again this week by Mike Paradise.
And Mike, you may know a little bit about this. You were backstage, and there's a lot of tension between the WarPig and Sonny Steele.
Oh yeah, it's you know, they said accompanied by Sonny Steele. It was more like he followed him. The WarPig doesn't want to seem to have anything to do with Sonny anymore.
Lots of tension between, as you like to say, Sonny Steele, Snake himself, as the WarPig dumps Black Ranger right out on the floor.
And
Sonny
as we
Steele,
say before, the WarPig just likes to be making bacon. And
he told Sonny Steele to get out of the way. He doesn't want any part of him.
Part of what I wanted to find out from Sonny was if that briefcase he carried was made out of pigskin.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wonder if that's one of the reasons why the WarPig's upset here.
It could be, plus the fact that he slammed him with it in that one match we saw and cost the WarPig the match, cost him the victory.
Well, the Black Ranger obviously looking for a higher plane. Instead he finds the floor.
Trying to climb his way back in, but gets caught right away by the WarPig into an armbar. How much does this guy
Sonny's
weigh?
just trying to be a good cheerleader out there.
We have the WarPig at 378 pounds on a good day, it says here.
The WarPig, he may be cheering the WarPig on, but, oh, wait a minute. Sonny Steele tripped Black Ranger, and the WarPig doesn't like it one bit. He's telling him to get out.
Well, I don't know what the annoyance is this time.
I mean, you got to give the WarPig some credit. He did not need help there. I mean, he wasn't. It's not like he was in trouble. Sonny Steele had to stick his hand in there.
And a lot of people wonder about how much intelligence a guy named the WarPig could have.
Well,
but maybe he's showing some here by getting rid of Sonny Steele.
Showed us an awesome clothesline there as the Black Ranger.
These two are the UIW's odd couple, to say the very least. I don't know what purpose Sonny is serving anymore.
Well, who knows? He's, I don't know if he's still has him under contract, Craig, or what. Perhaps the answer lies in that briefcase.
And you always wonder about these managers who put those fine print clauses in the contract. Maybe Sonny Steele will still get money even if the WarPig wants nothing to do with him.
Probably used invisible ink, knowing him.
I think that's what Kevin the Truth Casey uses, actually.
They're both cut from the same mold, I know that, Sonny Steele and Kevin Casey, as the WarPig picks up the Black Ranger, setting him up for, yes, vertical back suplex.
Oh, geez. Well, credit to the guys who put up the ring for reinforcing it for that one.
Definitely need extra support for some of the huge grapplers here in the UIW. The WarPig, definitely one of the biggest. Another contender for that UIW heavyweight title.
I thought you were about to say a big contender for that.
Well,
yeah, I was going to say the operative phrase.
Belly to belly pig suplex right there. And I guess—
Is that a pork belly to belly?
The championship committee, they look at pinfalls. There it is. That's your pork belly to belly right there. Slams him down. Let's get the official decision.
Well, let's see what Sonny
Ladies and gentlemen,
here. Now the
winner of the match, the WarPig.
I heard a hiss. I just wasn't sure what it was. The
That'll work.
WarPig, 378
This guy's huge.
pounds. But I'll tell you something, Bojangles is well built. 237 pounds,
He's
not
solid.
much body fat on that.
The WarPig hailing not too far from Max Thrasher. The WarPig coming out of another tough part of New York City, Hell's Kitchen.
I had a friend who was a dishwasher there once. It's an old story. Won't get into it here because we've got good action.
Another part of town where you have to be tough to survive. As two men feeling each other out right now, Mr. Bojangles.
And New Orleans is a pretty nice place, but there's some places in New Orleans where it's pretty tough to survive.
Never been
and I'm
there.
sure that Mr. Bojangles has gone through there a few times.
Interesting tactic when tried to take the balance right out from under the WarPig. That's what you got to do with a man that big. Heck, he's practically 100 pounds heavier or more. Arm drag, Mr. Bojangles. That takes a lot of strength to take a man that size down. WarPig going out to consultate.
There's that briefcase.
That briefcase.
Now,
I want to know what's in it.
You had told me that he comes out with this briefcase. I know Sonny Steele claims to be a very astute businessman and the manager of champions, but
why does he have to bring it to ringside and set it up on the ring apron? I mean, can't he leave it in the dressing room? Does he expect to get a phone call or something? Write checks out at ringside? I don't know.
It's strange that the WarPig, a real tough customer, has a manager like Sonny Steele who seems like he spent most of his time on the beach not really worried about business, but I guess this is his insurance policy. Look at that beautiful leg sweep by Bojangles.
What a way to take, that's what you have to do with a man that size, take the legs right out from under him. Still too early, I think, for a pinfall. Didn't quite take enough out of the WarPig yet, going right to an armbar.
Although, from what I've seen in terms of experience, this seems to be an even match, but you gotta give the advantage to the WarPig on weight alone.
The size, the height also. WarPig looks like he was cocking a fist there in his right hand as Mr. Bojangles goes to work, wringing that left arm.
Bojangles with a style much reminiscent of the great Rocky Johnson. You remember him from a few years ago.
Wonder if he can throw a drop kick like Rocky.
Oh.
Wrist lock combination now. Mr. Bojangles has pretty much had control for most of this match. WarPig better watch those shoulders. Working on that left arm. Earlier we saw the left knee was the spot. Now it seems to be the left arm. There you see, it looks like he may have been watching too many Three Stooges cartoons. He stuck a thumb right in the eye there. Using it to his advantage, WarPig, Irish whip. Just sort of, oh, you see? He stuck out the arm that Bojangles had been twisting and hurt himself.
Well, the WarPig may be vulnerable here.
Could be that left arm, could be his weak point as he drops the fist with the right arm.
Now that was over 300 pounds of pressure right to the top of the head.
Right into your forehead, I can't imagine. But didn't take enough out of Mr. Bojangles. He's still wiggling around on the mat there.
Sonny Steele and Pee Wee Yo having their differences of opinion.
He's a distraction, that's all he is. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that's what he does best at ringside, is distracts so his man can take the advantage.
Well, I think the WarPig is just stalking his prey now. Mr. Bojangles has put up a valiant fight here, but it looks like the WarPig may sense victory.
Irish whip catches him into a power slam.
Oh.
Drives him down. Whoa.
How did Mr. Bojangles get up from that?
Slid that arm, and look, now the WarPig arguing with Pee Wee Yo. That's money out of your pocket, WarPig. You do not touch the referee. You're risking disqualification as well. Going right back to there's that 378-pound elbow drop right to the sternum. To Bojangles, I don't know if he's still conscious. We'll find out here. Oh.
Conscious enough to get,
enough presence of mind to get that foot on the rope. If he wasn't within reach, I think that would have been it. It's like Bojangles trying to get a second win now as WarPig continues with Irish. He'll put his head down, but Bojangles caught him with a kick. Both men groggy now.
If he didn't have his second win before, he's getting it now. Mr. Bojangles now as the WarPig down on the mat, and if you're going to try to take care of one of the big men, you got to keep him down on the mat. That's exactly what Mr. Bojangles is doing here.
Picking him up now, driving his head. Looks like he's going to play 4 corners here. That's 3, and that makes 4. Drove his head right down, falls back, splash on top. 1, 2. Whoa, that was close.
Although he rounded the bases, couldn't quite get the home run there.
Almost foul tip. As he drops a knee to the throat area. 2 count again. He's just so massive. How can you cover someone like that?
WarPig, with his dimensions, for Bojangles to cover him, he practically has to be on the tip of his fingers and the tip of his toes just because of all the massive size. Oh, there he is.
Bandana and all. As Mr. Bojangles twists and turns and drops an elbow to the head of the WarPig, trying to wear the big man down. That's all you can do, is just keep him down on the mat and pound away.
Taking away some of his equilibrium there by getting him on the, just about where the inner ear is.
Temple area, yes.
That's how you get rid of the balance of a big man like this. Into the ropes. And a backdrop.
That's 378 pounds and followed up by a leg drop. Cover, two.
Couldn't quite keep the big man down.
It's just too massive. Wait, I think he might have thought he won there for a second. Going right back to that head and neck area. Good strategy by Mr. Bojangles. Ooh, look at the expression on that face.
An up-close look at the action from our UIW crew.
Purple lips and all. The WarPig in a compromising position here. The neck is not meant to be twisted that way.
I wonder if he consulted Tammy Faye Baker on his makeup.
Yeah, the tear effect there.
Count of two.
Slid the shoulder up once again.
Mr. Bojangles. Oh, now he's saying, I've had enough of this. Time to take care of business my way.
Time to play dirty as he argues with Pee-wee and chokes at the same time. Not sure Pee-wee caught on. Sonny Steele kind of surprised there. That's something that he would have done.
Come on, Porky. That's what Mr. Bojangles had to say in his version of color commentary. But I think that just did nothing but get the WarPig upset.
Nailed him hard. Vicious is the only adjective I know how to describe that clothesline. Bojangles just took the wind right out of him. WarPig now, oh, come on.
Oh, head first.
Throwing his head. And look at that. Pee-wee's back is turning. Sonny Steele is out there with cheap shots. I mean, now he just helped him back into the ring, so to speak.
I know you weren't able to see it because we didn't have a camera right on that side, but he came down and landed right on top of his head.
I still think he's in the middle of next week, but had the presence of mind to reverse the Irish whip into a clothesline. Bojangles has just about thrown everything at the WarPig except the kitchen sink. Backs him into the corner.
How can you move a mass like that?
Whoa! Pee-wee got hit! Pee-wee got hit by Mr. Bojangles. It was accidental, I believe. WarPig threw him in.
Oh!
There's that briefcase you were talking about. What is...
Gonna hit a home run!
Oh! He hit the WarPig! Home run! 1, 2, 3! What an upset!
Mr. Bojangles with a win! Oh my!
Bojangles, Sonny Steele! Let's get the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Mr.
Now entering the ring, ladies and gentlemen, for our next match at 378 pounds, coming from Hell's Kitchen, New York, welcome the WarPig.
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, one of the bigger wrestlers in the UIW, the WarPig, former protege of Sonny Steele. Excuse me, Kevin?
And his opponent from Southeast Asia, 229
I'm sorry,
pounds
I didn't mean to upset you by mentioning Sonny Steele's name.
You upset me.
Okay.
I mean, I just hadn't heard of the guy.
You hadn't heard of the guy?
No.
All right, one of the rival managers here in the UIW.
I have no rival and no parallel in the UIW.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another installment.
That helicopter sound can only mean one thing. That's right. The man from the VA hospital in parts unknown, Agent Orange.
And here he is. Machete or bayonet or whatever he carries.
Anything he wants it to be. Agent Orange is a very, very impressive competitor here. I like the way.
Well, I've seen him in action a couple times, Kevin Casey. The guy's got some good wrestling moves, and he is a competitor.
Look at that. He's kind of on the demented side. I think he was subjected to a little bit too much of the chemicals in Vietnam.
He's gonna go after the WarPig here.
He's got his hands full. This WarPig's a very large individual.
Yeah, he sure is.
Looks like he hadn't missed.
And this is, Kevin Casey, by the way, this is a tournament match for advancements here to the final matches in the final stand, the
Nice
championship
chops by Agent Orange.
for the UIW heavyweight belt.
I was about to say WarPig hadn't missed the training table too many times.
No, he hasn't.
Agent Orange looks like he's going to go for some type of a choking maneuver.
Well, he's got him on the ropes and he's using it. He's got the WarPig off his feet, which is what you have to do with the WarPig.
Either that or make some sausage out of the guy.
Get the WarPig off his feet. Agent Orange looks like he's getting in there with some other kind of chokehold. Oh, here's a good move. Argue with Joe DiCarlo and choke him. Joe DiCarlo there, Kevin. I know you have trouble with some of these names.
Perpetual motion here.
He is.
Agent Orange is very impressive here.
He is aggressive. And the WarPig, I don't think, knows what hit him yet.
Agent Orange looks like a nice little leg sweep there.
Good move there. Look at the WarPig.
He's an ugly critter,
red
isn't he?
all over.
Isn't the WarPig an ugly critter? Tell you one thing though, WarPig is a pretty good wrestler. Agent Orange working on the hamstrings. Let me see. WarPig, like I said, is a pretty impressive wrestler.
Whoa.
WarPig, little shot, a little south of the border, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. There.
Down around Guatemala.
That's about right. That's about right. Once again, proving that Agent Orange will pull out all the stops to win in this tournament.
What do you want, the all cliche here, Mike? Let me tell you one thing. WarPig is a pretty good wrestler.
He is.
He came out of that Phil Livelsberger Training Academy, proving to fans that if you go to Phil Livelsberger's Training Academy and you show yourself very good, you might find yourself on TV here in the UIW.
Hey, plug it one more time, Kevin. That would make it 3. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back at the match. Agent Orange doing a job on the WarPig, but here comes the pig.
Oh, man.
You can't survive a move
WarPig
like
is
that
somewhat
from the
disgruntled
WarPig.
at this juncture.
Agent Orange catching a little
WarPig
heat
has
now.
kind of a fan following of late.
Yes, he does. Oh, look at this.
Look at that ham hock, pardon the
This guy
pun.
cannot breathe. Agent Orange, dizzy from lack of oxygen.
Maybe from too much Agent Orange.
As the WarPig applied a heavy thigh.
You got to watch out for Agent Orange's orange mist.
Is that the move, or does something
It's
appear?
not a move, it's something that
Some
could
kind
appear.
of vapor?
It is some type of poisonous vapor.
Ooh, clothesline from the WarPig as he flattens Agent Orange. I think
some of the fans here, and Agent Orange has told me that he does not like it. Some of the fans around the UIW arenas are starting to chant, make disparaging remarks about Agent Orange. They call him Pumpkinhead, and he told me he really doesn't like it.
you know Kevin Casey.
He doesn't look like a jack-o'-lantern to me with Halloween coming up here next month.
Kevin Casey, when you
It's this month.
walk into the public arena, you leave yourself open for all kinds of things, and a lot of that has to do with your appearance, and that's why they're calling him Pumpkinhead.
Oh, a little double chop to the throat.
Darn good wrestler. That's Agent
Orange. He's trying to
Look
go
at
for a
this.
vertical
He's gonna
suplex.
try this.
Wow!
What a power move from Agent Orange.
Agent Orange never ceases to amaze me with some of his ring exploits.
I'll tell you, the guy just a sheer strength move there. Good timing. Look at this.
Uh-oh, he misjudged that.
He sure did.
That'll
And
cost
that's
him.
3. A 3 count from referee Joe DiCarlo. Agent Orange, he took it all.
Agent Orange was somewhat, patting himself on the back for his strength moves, but he's got to remember, WarPig's close to 400 pounds. Fans, your winner is the WarPig, right, Mike?
That's right, the WarPig, and we'll be back with more wrestling after these messages.